Good morning. This is Rekha, Assistant Professor, Department of Agriculture Engineering, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore. Today we discuss about the topic is soil physical. Now, we coming to the point. What are the physical properties of soil? So, the important physical properties of the soil is soil texture, soil structure, soil density, soil porosity, and soil color, and soil pH. So, by the following slides, we discuss about this kind of physical properties of soil. First one is soil texture. Soil texture is defined as the relative proportion of particles or the relative percentage by which the soil separates the weight of three soil separates. So, what are the three soil separates is sand, silt, clay. So, simply, soil texture is all about size of the soil particle present in the soil. So, the particle size is less than 2 mm. It denoted as, what is this? Denoted as fine earth. Okay, greater than 2 mm is excluded from the soil textural classes because it is a gravel. It's not a soil. It's not come under soil. So these are the soil particle size. So based on the particle size, we divided sand, silt, clay. So sandy soil is particle size is in between 2 mm to 0.05 mm. Silt in between the range of 0.05 to 0.002 mm. Clay is less than 0.02 to 0.002 mm. Okay. Yeah. So how will you determine the soil texture? There are two methods are available. First one is the feel method. So take the soil and rub it with your fingers. Uh, by this manner, we identify whether the soil is silt, sand, clay, because each soil particles having the unique characteristics and unique properties. So based on the properties too, we determine whether the soil is sand or silt or clay. Okay. Then second one is soil textural classes. So based on the textural pyramid, which is proposed by our United States Department of Agriculture. So by this textural pyramid and by the analysis through sieve analysis, we determined whether the soil is silt or silt loam or silt clay loam, loamy soil, sandy clay loam, loamy sand, sand loam, sandy clay, clay loam, silty clay, and clay. There are 12 basic textural classes in regarding the United States Department of Agriculture. And then next go for soil structure. So soil texture is all about size of the soil particles, but soil structure is about the arrangement of the soil particle. So the arrangement and organization of primary and secondary particles in the soil mass is known as the soil structure. The soil structure, what are the primary soil particles? The primary soil particles is sand, silt, clay. The secondary silt particles are based on the primary soil particles. We divided the secondary particles. We can discuss in upcoming videos about what are the secondary particles or primary particles that manner. Okay, soil structure. Soil structure control the amount of water and air present in the soil. So uh, in soil, there is a equal proportion of air and water is required. So unless the soil is not able to give the nutrients to the plants for their growth purpose or metabolic activities. So the soil structure control the amount of water and air present in the soil. Okay. Then next one, the type of soil particles, type of soil structure. So what are the type of soil structure? There are so many structures are there. We discuss about one by one. Okay, first one is the um, first one is uh, plate-like structure. In this type, the aggregate are arranged in relatively thin horizontal plates like this. Okay, like our plates. Okay. The horizontal axis or dimensions are greater than the vertical axis. So when compared to vertical axis, the horizontal axis is greater. So when the unit or layer are thick, they are called platy. Yeah, platy structure. So the layer thickness, based on the layer thickness, it can be further divided into two, platy structure or laminar structure. So when the unit or layer are thick, they are called plate structure. When the units or layer are thin, they are called a laminar structure. Okay. So then and next one is prism structure. Yeah. So prism-like structure. In this structure, the vertical axis is more developed than the horizontal axis, like pillar can see the pillars in so many temples. So like that, the arrangement of the soils occurs in subsurface, subregion. Okay, vary in the length 1 to 10 centimeter. That horizontal length is 1 to 10 centimeter. So commonly occurrent, as I said, the subsoil region. Okay. When the top are round, so based on their shape, this prism-like structure is also divided into two. Commoner structure and prismatic structure. Commoner structure means when the top are rounded, the structure is called commoner structure. When the top are flat, the structure is called prismatic structure. Okay, then next go to another one. So another one is these are the pictorial views of soil structure. So first one is a platy structure. Platy structure, the horizontal axis are greater than the vertical axis. So columnar structure, column-like structures. Though these are the real life, real site examples. And this one is a prismatic structure. Prismatic structure means in previous slide, we saw that the prismatic structure, whether it is a rounded or prismatic shape. The another one is the block-like structure. A block-like structure means all three dimensions are all three dimensions, whether the x-axis or y-axis, horizontal axis, vertical axis. So this axis are same and it reduced into the blocks. Okay. This also divided into two, angular blocky and subangular blocky, based on their faces, whether the faces are flat or edged or sharp. And the edges are sharp means it is angular blocky. When the faces and edges are rounded means it's a subangular blocky. Okay. The next one is a spear-like structure or spheroidal structure. The spear-like structure or spheroidal structure means the soil particles are rounded complex. Okay, round in shape or sphere in shape. So this round complex are usually loosely arranged and readily separated. When wetted, the intervening space generally not closed. So readily by swelling. Okay, this type of structure is lead to swell. Okay. Therefore, the spear-like structure the structure is like spear in shape and good infiltration, percolation, and aeration properties are not affected by wetting of soil. Okay. The aggregate in this group are generally termed as the granular. Okay, with the less porous. If the soil contain less porous of this group means it's called a granular structure and very porous called the crumb structure. So mostly this type of soil is usually so these are the real life examples. The shape, what it may be, the size of blocks, the granular structures. These are the examples. The next one is this is the granular structure. These are the shapes, visual representation of the soil shapes. So here the subangular blocky, angular blocky. Yeah. So flattened or sharp in shape, rounded in shape. So based on that, we divided angular or subangular blocky. So Why? What is the need to learn about what is the soil structure, soil texture? Why is the what is the reason? So the reason is the role of soil structure in relation to plant growth. First one, soil structure influence the amount and nature of porosity. Yeah, and also it control the amount of water. And also it control the amount of water and air present in the soil. So unless the water and air in the soil, the root or uh, uh, lead to the root respirations lead to affected. Okay. So it is also affected by the tillage practices. Tillage practices means if we plowing the land once or twice, soil structure adversely affected. Okay. But the soil texture is not affected by the tillage practices. Okay, soil structure consists of control the runoff and erosion because it also contains some amount of pore space within the soil. So it control the runoff and the soil erosion by occupy the soil or water molecules within the pores present in the soil. Okay. Platy structures hinder the free drainage. So crumb and granular structure, as I said, the crumb and granular structures having the optimum infiltration and water holding capacity, variations and drainage property. So it is very good soil for the cultivation and also the good habitat for the microorganisms and nutrients supply to the plant. The next one is the density of soil. So coming back to the density, so the density is the definition of the density is the mass per unit volume. Okay. So density is also divided into two types in soil technology: particle density and bulk density. So bulk density means the oven dry soil of oven dry rate of unit volume of the soil includes in the pore spaces. Bulk density include the pore spaces present in the soil and it always lesser than the particle density. Okay. So, but particle density means weight per unit volume of solid portion of soil. So, it does not, it exclude the pores present in the soil particles. So, bulk density means it has a pore spaces. Okay. Particle density, it does not have the pore spaces. It only contain the soil particles. Okay, the large particle density is always higher in large amount of heavy soil. So because heavy soils are generally the soil particles are small in size, so it is closely binded. So there is no voids, there is no pore spaces. Hence, the soil particle density of heavy soil means the clay soil are higher, which lead to the presence of minerals present in the soil. Okay. The increase in organic matter, particle density decreases because if the organic matter increases in the soil, it lead to the creation of porosity presence in the created in the soil. Okay. Particle density is also termed as the true density. Okay. And the next one is the soil porosity. So what is porosity? The voids. So voids are present in the soil are called porosity. It is closely related to bulk density because bulk density is directly proportional to amount of pore spaces present in the soil. Then how will find out the soil space or soil voids? So bulk density by particle density into 100. So this is equal to, is a percentage of pore space present in the soil. So it and another one case is macropores and micropores are present in the soil. So what is a macropores means? The large void present in the soil means it's called macropores. The smaller pores are present in the small voids are present in the soil is micropores. The soil compaction is greatly affected. It's not a true compaction, it's a soil compaction. Soil compaction is decreasing the porosity as well as bulk density. Soil compaction decrease the porosity and increasing the bulk density. Okay, the next slide uh, related to soil color. In previous my video, it linked to the soil color. So soil color is, as I said, the soil color is depends on the organic matter present in the soil. Yeah, if the organic matter and minerals, based on the minerals and organic matter present in the soil, the color may changes. Okay. So first the organic matter and weathered materials. So what kind of weathered materials and how the soil color is changed. So first black and dark brown soil. This color due to the presence of organic matter and it is the most protective soil. Red and brown color. Red and brown color is also fertile soil but less in amount when compared to black soil. And yellow and red soil. Yellow and red soil indicate the presence of iron oxides. And brown and black color soils indicate the high amount of, already I said, high amount of organic matter. So that's why it appear like dark in color when compared to the light color soil. So this is all. This is about all about physical properties of soil. So if any doubts, comment me. Thank you so much for watching.